Yes, hello guys. How you doing? I hope you are doing great. Yeah, today we're going to challenge ourselves and try to do something like this. Looks super difficult, but also not too difficult. I've never made something like this, but I want to see if we can try to do something at this scale and see. Yeah, I think we can jump right in, but before we do that, let's do some quick promos to sustain the channel. Okay, so hello UEC, how are you? That's a new name. I think I've never seen you here, but glad to see you. Yeah, so City Road Builder is an add-on that lets you do exactly that. Build roads in a few clicks, and you can see how it works. I'm going to leave a link in the description, so you can see how everything is set up, especially how the road setup works. You get roads, road marks, textures, these barriers, and also street lights all in one area. So in just a few clicks, the setup is very easy. You can set up even the materials, customize them to your liking. Yeah, so another add-on I would like to promote is the Extreme PBR Nexus. This is a collection of PBR materials, a lot of PBR materials, and yeah, right now it's at 25% discount. If you want to get it right now, you can get it at that discount. It comes with water, a way to mix materials, any type of textures, any type of materials you can think of. This is going to be included in this pack. Like it's a really big library of materials. Then physical starlight is a sky system that adds clouds, text, clouds, volumetrics, anything you can think of that would be in a sky. This is an add-on that is going to add it in there. You can find links provided in the description if you want to get it. You can see how beautiful the renders are when they're rendered with the pure sky texture. So yeah, if you want to get any of the add-ons, links is going to be in the description. Hello Lanitoni. That's a pretty name, hard to pronounce, but yeah, hello Zaka, Gabi, good morning. What's going on? Yeah, we're trying to make this scene here, see how we can approach it. Hello Senpai. Hello Aya Gaming, A to Z, how are you? Okay, so let's see how we can approach this. Yeah, we can try. I think the easiest way. Let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to move the camera up here. I rarely do camera angles like this. I also like to challenge myself, so that's why we're doing this. I think we're going to use EV. Let's get a sky system. Where is my... Actually, the sky doesn't really matter here because we're not going to be seeing the sky. So let's just add a plane. It doesn't have to be this big. Add a sun. Direction of sun. Okay. Like that. Hey, good morning, Bobby Alex. Good to see you again. Okay, so what I'm saying here is we have a little building in a circular ring like this, going around a city blocks like this. So I think we're going to make use of geometry nodes here to make this process much easier for us. Let me set up a few things, random colors, and save these as mega city. Okay. Yes. Start with a small building. We're going to need a lot of buildings in different shapes, but we also have to be careful on the polygon count, as you can tell that this is going to need a lot of polygons. Okay, so that's going to be building 1. Now let's find a way to distribute this type of building around a circle like this. So let me have a circle like that. Can you array? Go into geometry nodes, because we're going to use geometry nodes to distribute these around the buildings around. So, and I'm going to call this, have this in a collection called buildings. Okay, so let me first hide, bring this up here. Did you earn money by selling your models too? Yeah, I do. I do make a few. Yeah, I do make some money selling my models. Hope you are doing great. I'm great. I'm great. Let's do 3D. Hi, I love the channel. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go to geometry nodes here. So new node group. We want to distribute this building and other buildings we create around this circle. So we're going to bring in that circle, and since it's under this collection, I'm just going to drag that in. And what I'm going to do is first convert this circle, this curve to mesh, convert it to a mesh. And the reason I'm converting it to a mesh is because I want to use the extrude mesh feature. This will allow me to extrude this mesh, and I need a select scale elements and scale what I've extruded. So I need to scale edges, so I can select the top face. Is that working as I expect? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see, make sure that this is a curve, curve to mesh. We need to extrude edges like that, and use the scale element to scale this like this. What's shortcuts to zoom on actual models to not get lost? You just select, say you have this, if you have any model selected, you just hit the period key or delete key on your keyboard. The delete on the numpad, that will just center the selected object. Let me actually show you the shortcuts here. So if I hit the period key on the numpad, I just, yeah, so, okay, we have a ring here, and we want to distribute these around this. And so what I'm going to do is just, let's see, what am I doing? Oh, instance this, so I can do instance on mesh. Let me see, instance points, distribute points on faces like that. I still want to see the face, so I'm just going to join this geometry. So you can see I want to use the Poisson disk, so we can set the minimum and maximum values. Can even play with the set. Oh, let's just go with the random density. Though I don't want it to be too random. Maybe Poisson disk. Okay, now each point there is going to have to be a building. Bro, you know any add-on or shader that converts cities into anime cities? No, I don't. I don't think that is something that is possible to do. Like just an image of the city. What do you mean? You mean like a shader? Usually that's something you have to do in the compositor. Anyway, so we want to change these points to this building. So I'm going to do instance on point. And just grab the collection we have here and just instance, use that as the instance, and just make sure that reset relative, yeah, and separate children. You can already see what we have. I think I need to change the angle of my camera, so do something like that. Now for the rotation, we can use this rotation I think we need a sky system, so let's use a sky texture here. Prethumb. Let's try this one here. Do you know how to sculpt in Blender? I don't do a lot of sculpting. So with this we can easily multiply the city blocks with other buildings, and I think I'm just going to because I want to easily adjust the buildings here, I'm going to change to have a density, expose the density, and expose the density maximum. Then, so now each group, we have a way to let me first exit this. Now we have a way to affect how much buildings we have. Let me turn on ambient occlusion, bloom, and we don't want the instance to show, so okay. Will you add a circle? Will you add a circle normals data to make buildings rotate around the center? Actually, I should have done it like that, but in the way I did it here, doesn't really support, because I'm using distributing the particles directly to the faces, directly to the directly on the mesh. I've lost control over the particles here, so. But I think it would be a good idea to do that. Actually, we would have to change how we're doing this. So instead of distribute using this, we would remove this, so that actually you can even remove the curved mesh, and just use curved points. If we want the buildings to face directly the middle of the circle, we use curved to points, and that should give us the rotation option here, and then they are rotating the wrong direction, so I just need to do an align Euler, no, rotate Euler to rotate these again. So let's see, yeah, by 90 degrees, and now they are facing the center. But the issue with this is we'll lose the ability to randomize their distribution. We only have a way to control how many buildings are in a row, like this. Okay, this is one way to do it, but there are other ways I think we can approach this project that might be more efficient. So let's first create the actual center rig. Yes, and then we can see a better way to distribute these particles. Okay, so let's start with a circle. Just extrude, maybe auto smooth. Let me add a bevel modifier to this. just adding stuff that should make it look futuristic. And since this is a circle, we can use a mirror like that, so we only have to focus on one side. So let's add these small details in different areas. Just small stuff like that. To make Hello Fleet World UK, how are you? Glad to see you again. Hello gamers, gaming arena, how are you? Hi, can you link from where did you get the reference image? Sure. Let me first turn on mouse without borders here. Kind of messes up. So this let me so that's the link to just exit. Okay, which GPU are you using currently? Just use exclamation mark specs. Yeah, it's a GTX 1060. Yes, it's on the bottom. You can also just use exclamation mark, and yeah. Let's see what else can we do to add details. Grab this face and scale it down maybe. Yes. I'm just going to use the spin tool. Let me see. And this and that, this face. Can use the spin tool with the center right here, and then just make some rings like that. And we can reuse this to start basically to make our city look detailed already. So I'm just going to do this. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Let me check all that. Thank you, Flo. Thank you. Okay. Now these have these. I can grab. I don't know. Maybe one of these. Just trying to find anything that would make this futuristic. We need to change perhaps the camera to maybe a wider one. Hey, you got there? Hey, just got here. Was wondering what do you use for texturing this amazing city, Substance or through Blender directly? I'm going to texture this directly in Blender. I usually like to stick to one application. Now I think we should start to do some stuff that will make this city look like an actual city. I'm going to go back to my shader editor. Let me use my texture folder add-on to get some concrete. Let me see. Concrete. Let me see. Concrete. Yeah, something like this. Create a PBR out of this and just apply to this one here. Just so we have some texturing on this. You need to determine what the goal. You need to determine what goal you have before building anything. What you want to create actually is this animation modeling. No, this is just trying to recreate this. My goal is basically to just improve my modeling skills, especially for large scale scenes like this. Let's see. We can use this. We can use a water material like this. I just love challenging myself with new stuff. I think it's a great way to learn. Okay, so instead of using geometry nodes to distribute these particles, we're just going to use the regular particle system. So I'm going to grab a curve, especially for these blocks here. I'm going to grab a curve like this, fill it, and then insert just like that. And now we only need half of, just something like, I don't know, half or a quarter, like that. The rest we can get rid of. Then create a new particle system. Can we send you the environment for you to model? Honestly, learn a lot watching your videos. You can try Discord and see. Agree with you. Creativity comes without a plan most of the time. You sometimes you just have to jump in and see what comes out of your head. Okay, now we can go to the render collection and just bring the building collection. And we want these to be rotated. If we turn on rotation, no more. And we don't want that many. and then the distribution should be random. Global Z. We can, let's see, object X. Anyway, we can randomize the scaling. And we are going to add more buildings. Maybe we should do that. So let's go to this collection. I'll actually have it on the side here. Just create a few extra buildings. Now there was a guy asking about a PC. I'm trying to ask him what he wants to. Oh yeah, I see. I understand what you mean. Yeah, very true, very true. You have to determine what you want to do, and then you can build your PC with that in mind. Beautiful. Okay. I use exclamation mark Discord to get the Discord server. I would want a way to randomize. Okay, so now we have, if we have this, we can start distributing these buildings. So we can have that, and because actually that may not matter too much, but because we made this in an arc form, let's first increase how many buildings we have. We can just I want to leave spaces for the bridges. Have another. Actually, I can just add a new circle. Extrude. And I basically just have an entirely new city like that. I can increase the density of the buildings, and then simply just continue. Okay, I like how, let me first change the direction of the sun. Where is my sun? Here. Value of 10. So it seems that this city is kind of, let me see. Okay. Okay. You work so fast. Very interesting to watch. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you get used to a few things And yeah, hello Win Leon. Jera Wolf, I'm building a city too, so I'm very thankful you are sharing your process. Cities and these mega projects are not easy to do, and you'll look amazing with. Yeah, they are quite difficult to do. It's very difficult, but that's why I'm trying to do them more often, because I rarely see people doing them in form of tutorials. So yeah, I kind of like to challenge myself a bit with them. Let me just make it this process easy. Instead of using that, let's just use a plane like this, and maybe just because with this we can easily shape the city. Thank you for subscribing. That's Sam. Thank you. Love from Bangladesh. Thank you from Bangladesh. How is it there? I have this centered. You can see we can leave some space for bridges and whatnot. Like that. That we need another level of buildings. Let me see. And then another level of buildings around here. Again, we need spaces for bridges. Okay. Now, our city things are the buildings too tall. Some of them are too tall because we have only two types of buildings. So let's go back to the original collection. Is this how animations are made? Yeah, most animations nowadays they use a blend of 3D and 2D. So they make a scene like this, and then they draw over it, and they draw over it. So yeah. Is that image from Ginger EU from the anime? I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me check. I just got it off Google. Not sure. I have an idea of how hard this is, and you make it look easy. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to find easier ways to do things. So yeah, so. One thing that is going to sell this city, I think, is to have some foam around the boundaries of the city. The shores of the city are with the lake. So what I'm going to do is, let's come here. If you come to the UK, let me know. I will try and see. One thing I want to do is attend the Blender conference when it I'm losing my train of thought. When it's back, when you can physically visit, maybe Europe, maybe that's because nowadays it's usually online, so can't move that much. Anyway, so I want to make the shoreline to have water foam. So what I'm going to do is create a gradient. Let me just a texture gradient, but we want to use object so that we have a gradient that goes from left to right. We can rotate this on the negative 90 degrees, on the z-axis negative 90 degrees, so that we have, actually it should be 90 degrees, not negative 90 degrees. I just move this on the, I don't know, yeah, we want to have this moved. Yeah, so we have a gradient like that. And what we're going to do is just create a curve object, move it to the center like this. Let me first isolate these two, so like this, and then I'm going to make a duplicate of this, an instance of this, and use the array modifier and use and curve, because I want this to bend to the curve. So I'm going to, I don't know, move this here like that. Why is it turning black? Ah, I see. Okay, so instead of using object mapping, because in object mapping, when we modify the object, the mesh moves and moves in a way where the UVs don't align anymore. So what we need to do is use UV map and just unwrap this. Just now realign. Let me make sure that all of these are reset. Yeah, realign this, so you can see how this looks. I think I need to mirror this on the X. Yeah, so something like that. And then if we increase the array count, we basically have a ring around our city. Let me make sure that this is showing. Just move it a little bit up. And maybe scale it outwards like that. Yeah, because we want this to look like a water form. Are you going to try it and make it look anime? Yeah, no, more like anime in this. Yeah, so now to make this look like water, what we are going to do is bring in a texture, noise texture, like this. I think this should use generated or object. I like that. Maybe add some bit of distortion. Then we can blend this with the gradient. So we have the gradient, we have this. So we can either use color burn, and that should give us the water form like that. That we can use animation and transparent shader, blend the two, and this is just going to be our mask. And now this material has to, we don't need any shadows, we can use alpha blend. I think this has to be flipped around. Yeah. Just like that. Just to have a small shoreline. Just to have a way to show that we have some water. Maybe Yeah, we can duplicate this and just have it as well around here. It's amazing. Thank you. Now we also need it on the inside, so this would have to be okay. Now I'm going to go to my asset library and just search for some clouds like this. Just have them over the city. See how that looks. Yeah, make sure that the let me set up, grab my camera just yeah, anime time, man. That we don't want to have have to scale this a bit, and we don't want a lot of clouds in the center, so I'm going to grab, let me make sure that this I want to grab a texture, gradient texture, change this to spherical, and we need to make sure that we're using UV map so that we have the center of this in the we can control easily center the sphere around the UV map like that, and we can then just blend this gradient. Say subtract, multiply, yeah. So this is going to be our mask. So now we have clouds, but they should be this is also using UV map. Let's make sure that this is not using UV, it's just using object. Yeah, we have no, actually, let me see. We can use UV, but a different UV map. So let me create a new UV map. Grab this. UVs unwrap. Okay, this could use that second UV. Damn, the city looks nice. Thank you, Ganja. Sup? How have you been? What up? So where did you learn Blender? YouTube, like most of you here. What's your thoughts on plain images of a background? Well, I use them a lot. It's a cheap way to get detail in. Hey, thank you, Y55 Hero. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. I think we are having the inverse of what I would like. Let me do color invert, and then color math multiply, because we want we don't want the clouds in the middle of the sky. Oh, good, did my first character scene yesterday and posted it on Discord. I should check it out. Remind me before I end, because I need to check out Discord. It's been a while since I checked it. Nice, nice. You're pretty skilled. Thank you at those notes. Thank you, thank you. Except these. Let's do subtract. Hey, thank you, Bikram Gosh, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Let's change the mapping a bit here. Clouds are really not as easy as I hoped, but yo, thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys for subscribing. Spacey question marks. Thank you, thank you. Just leave some small clouds like that. And now let's go back and focus on the just focus on the city again. Only if your PC is very, very heavy for your PC. Did you experience many crashes with Blender? Yeah, I do experience crashes on Blender. Hey, thank you, Leroy, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Do you know how to make one particular color glow? For example, I have a character who has lines baked in baked in the texture, and I want those lines to grow. Let me see. Colors glow. For example, let me see. If you have a cube and you're saying, let's do our texture gradient here to bring in those colors. Say we have that, and color ramp linear, no, constant. I want to set up those colors and see. So we have blue, yellow. Are you using Eevee or are you using Cycles? And let's say red. And we want just the yellow to glow. Let me see. Can we do? Yeah, you can just increase the value of that. So you can see only the yellow is glowing, as long as you have the blue. Cycles, I'm not sure. With Cycles, let me see. Let me first pause this. If you are with Cycles, I think you can. Yeah, the glow will not be there because Cycles doesn't support glow effects unless you do it in the compositor. But you can do the same thing, basically the same setup only let me see, this would be an emissive material, so a shader emission. So you can see the yellow is mostly the one glowing because the other colors are, yeah, it's not an easy task. So thank you, Thug Kings, for subscribing. Yeah, it's not an easy task. And if it's an image and you don't have these color gradients, all you have to do is just do separate RGB and just make sure. Let me see if I have an image here that I could use. Let me go to my texture folder and just demonstrate that for you. If I go to my billboards, yeah, so let me import this image. Like this image, and we want only the red to glow. You could separate these and then combine them again. Combine RGB. So basically remaking the same image, but then here you add a math node for the color you want to multiply. What about power? Okay, this doesn't yeah, it doesn't work as I expected it to work. Anyway, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah, let's see how. Yeah, the city doesn't look bad in cycles either. Actually, I think it looks kind of realistic in cycles. And I like the water details that we have there, the foam effect we have there. Anyway, let's go back to Eevee and see what else we can do. We need a centerpiece like this. And maybe before I even do that, let's first work on these. Have some extra buildings. We need a lot of smaller short buildings. Yeah, I find out, let me know. If you find out, let me know. That was exactly what I was looking for. That's it. Yeah. If that's it, then great. Bro, are you a football fan? No, I don't watch a lot of football. But was yesterday Premier League finals? I don't watch a lot of football though, so yeah. Let me get some concrete. Yeah, I want this to be textured. These buildings to have a little bit of texture. So yes, unwrap cube projection. Yes, have all this building have some bit of texturing, but they need to be we want less tall buildings in this for the city to look good. So I'm going to go to use count and just find a tall building. So which is this? Can even have I'll call this tall randomly saw your stream and it looks epic. Is the water done with the ocean modifier? No. The water is just it's just a shader. And thank you for joining us. It's just a shader. Basically, I have this image. Let me see. Can I show the image? Yeah, it's just an image like this that I feed into the bump map to just generate this water surface. And basically, that's it. And I think we need the water to be a bit darker like that. Let's see, go back to this. Do we want it to be blue or do we want it to be super? I'm not sure. Maybe somewhere like that. Okay. Forgetting what I was even talking about. Yeah, oh yes, I was explaining how I made the water. So the water is just that image or with as a bump map. And then for this form, I will just use a plane like this. It was a plane like this. Just used gradient that goes like that, and a noise surface like texture like this. Use color band to blend them together, so we have a gradient like that, and then use an emission and transparency to get that look, and then to wrap it around we use an array and then a curve modifier like that. Hello Herisarius, looks beautiful. Thank you. Why do you make all these different anime backgrounds? Are they part of a bigger project? No, I just love making stuff, and yeah, a lot of people like watching stuff like this, so that's why I do it. Thank you, Croc 111. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you, Visira, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Okay, what do we do next? Okay, let me see. Viewport, visibility, wireframe, no, texture. Okay. First, no. I like watching these streams too. Thank you. Yeah, people love watching these, I think. Let's put something in the setter here. Let me see can I find a big building that I could use. I have this sci-fi building I made, pretty detailed. So I'm just going to add it in here. Actually, I have a few of these buildings, I think. So let me see if I can use them. They're quite detailed, but not textured. Hey, thank you, same 91 subscribing. Thank you. Yeah, I have these sci-fi buildings. Oh, thank you, Aman Bangalore, subscribing. Really appreciate it. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Not sure how to pronounce some of those names, but yeah. Anyway, these sci-fi buildings I could use again. Yeah, let me see. Should I just And just group them. Call this. Let me see. Why do I have? Oh, they're already set up as building blocks. So let me just add them to my collection, to my asset library, so I can use them. Building 1. Okay, let me just, I don't know, copy. Call this 1. Now I'm just going to instance this. Just randomly in different just these clouds are obstructing me right now. Let me see. We can turn some of these into bridges. Like this here can be a bridge that connects. I can turn this into a bridge. I know. Let's create one. Let's create a bridge, a simple bridge here. Do you have any secret gems for making Eevee renders look better? I usually just lock my camera in one area and try to focus on that. Play with the contrast and shadows. Make sure you have some good shadows. And yeah, I can't think of many from the top of my head, but yeah, I do have some. Thank you, Noak, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, let's make a bridge. That we can use here. I'm just going to grab a plane. You want? Let me see. Hello, Cad. How are you? Hey, Kapil. Glad to see you again. How are you? Feels like it's been a while since I last saw you around. How have you been? Yeah. Trying to make a bridge. Let me just use a mirror. Just use a mirror modifier here. Yes, I've missed a few streams. Car trouble, shopping for a new car. What happened? What happened to the car? Yeah, this can be a street light. And we don't really need a lot of detail for something like this. Actually, I need, except let me. Oil pump exploded. What? Like, when you say exploded, I think of like a big explosion. Hopefully that's not what happened. I hope it's not what happened. Like, was there a fire or something like that? Or are you just being dramatic? Sorry, oil pump. Oh, oil pump. You're still using 2.7 for quick modeling and texturing? Why? Is it quicker? Okay, so now we can bring in our bridge. Just has to, you can just give it the same texturing. If I grab these clouds. Hide them for a bit. No fire, but very noisy before it cut. Power. Man. You can't save the car? Or do you just want to get anyone? With the way we made the city, we can move some of these buildings to the side, so we make room for the bridge. It's starting to give problems, so I don't want to repair it. I see. Hey, Sanak. Hello, T Toti. How are you? Now, I also want to have like characters walking in here. So you make tons of Naruto. You mean like anime? Yeah, I like making anime stuff. Yeah, let's make some characters here. I think for the characters we're going to use the skin modifier. We want very, very simple characters. And we can also use a mirror modifier. Mark root for this, so our characters just very simple. Basically just going for a silhouette of a character. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Sanak. Thank you. Hi, Patlom reacts. How will you add the anime look if you put anime characters? It will look bad. The characters are going to be very, very tiny. It's basically seeing silhouettes at that scale. You can't really make out the details. Mark root. Mark root. Okay. Something like that. We can apply the mirror and maybe even apply this. We can then use the decimate And so that's our character. Then decimate. Just make him, give him a dark silhouette color, like I don't know. Just want to give him a walking pose. You want me to do Naruto? I'll try and look at some scenes and see what we can do. Do you do this content every day into VFX? Not exactly every day. I usually skip one day because I have other stuff I usually like to attend to. So it's decent. Thank you. Normal GTX 1600 is decent for Blender, right? Well, I'm using a 10. Let me see. I'm forgetting, but what am I using? Because I have a laptop that's 1050, or is it 1060? This is 1060. So my laptop is a 1050, and yeah, it wasn't enough for what I was doing. I guess because it's a laptop is usually a bit slower than a PC. So there is that. Hello, Ari Hunt Christian. How are you? Okay, so I want characters, and I think the best way to apply them is just instance them with a hair particle. So we need like 10 advanced. We can turn on random, and in the rotation we can turn on rotation object. You can just select this guy, scale of 1, hair length of 1. The rotation can be global X. What about global Z? What about global Y? Anyway, yeah, you can see. And we don't want to show the instance. So you can see that we're seeing some characters in the scene. I want to give them some random rotation, but the rotation of this, let me see. If we try object Y, no, I don't want to randomize. I want to play with the phasing. Let me see, can I? Anyway, just going to undo this. Just keep things simple. I don't want too many. Now, our sun lacks contact shadows. How did I do the wave textures? Well, that's a noise texture mixed with a gradient texture. So basically it's a plane that I add an array and then bend using a curve modifier. But this has a gradient texture mixed with noise, using color band to get that effect, and use that to blend the transparency and emission. Basically, that's how I get that look. Yeah, another thing I wanted to do is have contact shadows for the sun. Now you can see the characters have some contact shadows, but the thickness is a bit too much, so something like that. So then, beautiful, thank you, thank you. You're a Blender beginner? Are you learn? Hello, Bianation. Biana Martian? I've been pronouncing your name wrong probably. How are you doing? We want another bridge. Bring back the clouds. Don't use contact shadows. Set bias to 0. And what will that do? Let me see. Sun. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. Let me see. Ah, you're right. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, so can you give this modeling which are doing, please? I think I can. There isn't anything. Yeah, I think I can. I'll post it maybe on Discord after. Looks amazing. Thank you. It was that. Okay, let's add some trees, some vegetation. Maybe, yeah, let's add some trees. Let me see, do I have some trees? Tree. I want low poly trees that we can easily duplicate. And Discord link, just use exclamation in Discord. Thank you, Sam. Nice technique. Thank you. Yeah, the Discord is there. Thanks to Sam for pasting that in. Okay. Let me see what else. Let's go to let me play with the colors and see just a bit. I think I like that color. Let's add some vegetation because I think that's real-time compositor effect. Yeah, just makes you easily see what's going on. Another thing we could do is yeah, I was talking about vegetation. So we did, and previously in the previous stream we made a post-apocalypse scene, bridge scene, and we made some trees. So let's just borrow those, and yeah. So if you want around here in the previous stream, we made this. Actually, what I want is just I just have to wait for the shaders to compile. Let's see, what else can we do? Yeah, we need to wait for these shaders to compile. I want this tree here. Can I just copy it and paste it directly? Let me close this. Yeah. We have this tree. Yeah, we made a few trees, and again I can just use a particle system to instance those trees much easier. So I'm just going to grab this, go to the particle system, change it up, and instead of using the character, we can just use the tree. One issue with that is that this tree is it's a collection, so let me make sure to turn it into an actual object. So this is the tree we're working with. Yes. So you can see how it looks. Very simple. Okay. I'm going to apply all these modifiers. And yes, origin 3D cursor. Okay. Now, can come back here. Damn, you're doing two scenes at once? No. This the other scene was from yesterday. Where's my tree? Okay, here's my tree. Yep, like that. I want to randomize the scale. I would also wish to randomize the rotation, but randomizing, getting the right way to rotate this is quite hard. Let me see. If I rotate this on the X, on the Y, can I, yeah, randomize the phase, global, yeah, global Z, So I think I just have to rotate Y, X 180. Okay, now I can easily randomize the yes, make sure that have a random phase like that. Now that's going to be our tree. Just remove this. So we can now just have trees everywhere we want to have trees. Let me bring up the clouds again. You can have some trees along the bridge. Let me see what this is. I'm going to remove this this thing here. You know any good Japanese city building techniques? Well, it's mostly just putting in some time. There isn't a lot of techniques, unless if you just want to have low poly versions. Let's add some trees here. Are the clouds volumetrics? No. They're just image on a text, image on a plane. Just cheating a bit there. You can see some circular highways in between cities. Some circular highways in between cities. Like these. Can we add those? Let's see if here my roster. I am somewhat a farmer myself. Anyway, let's add some, I don't know. Let me see. Some volumetric. See, see how that looks. We just use our principal volume. We just I would have really wanted this to be. Let me see. Let me see. Just bring the emission up. Give it some color. I think we can have something like that. And for the volumetrics, I think I don't want to render too much volumetrics. So let's see, can we start at 10? Yeah, just like that. The add. Oh, I'm not sure why Nightbot is timing you out. I don't see. Yeah, I do have some rosters, man. Have some ideas. Maybe it's sharing some ideas as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why Nightbot is. Yeah, hiding that. But if it complains too much, I will just have it as as dinner tonight. I don't want it to complain too much. Anyway, let's put the strings even lower. Sugoi Yurisku. I'm not sure what you mean there. Anyway, what do you guys think we can add on this? Maybe for this outer ring, I can for this, maybe we can make the water more also need more plants. In the city, maybe these ones are even taller. It's a futuristic city, should have some vegetation. Not sure why this material looks a bit too green. Thank you for subscribing. Hope in Dream. Thank you. Great stuff. Do you do anything with the freestyle stroke line art option? Rendering most of the art and labor are. Most of my art and labors are with it. Yeah, I've tried using that, but it takes too long to render. That's why I don't use it that often. It doesn't just double the render time for each frame. It's like 10 times slower than the render time. So you render, the frame finishes, but it takes about 15 minutes to render the freestyle. And for those who don't know, he's talking about this, where is it? The freestyle render, where is that? This one here, this option. It just doubles, not just double, but 10 times the render times. So I don't use it. Don't blame me, I accidentally clicked on this live stream. Welcome. There is no reason to blame you. You are welcome to stay. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can, let me see. Trying to see if we can create a forest on the side here, like a big forest. A really thick forest. And maybe for this one we can actually render the instance. Yeah, like have a forest around there. The project file will be on my Patreon page. Which CPU and GPU you have? You can use exclamation mark specs to see my specs, or in the description, but let me show you here. It's a 1060, just 3 GB. I'm planning to upgrade, but so far not yet. Can you create some cyberpunk like Danguis? Oh, what is that? I'm not familiar with. Let me see. Danguis. And can you make a tutorial on how to use Git Bash assets like a pro? Well, depends what kind of Git Bash assets are you talking about. There are hard surface Git Bash assets. There are just a lot of different types. Oh, so this is done. These are nice renders. Give him a follow. Does he use Blender? Yes, really good renders. Highly detailed as well. I'll check out his work and see. Can you create, this is true, one of my renders without it may only take 5 seconds, but with it, the time can go up to 38 to 45 seconds, and that's at 8K, of course, cuts in half at 4K. Well, for me, when I try it, it doesn't just, if it was 5 seconds for a render without the freestyle, it goes to 15 minutes for a render with freestyle if I'm rendering at just 1080. So it could be my PC, but or maybe because I have a lot of assets, because I think it goes through every geometry you have and traces the line. So that's why it takes a lot of time. Yeah, that's why I can't use it, because it just takes too much time. But I do believe it would make the render look even more anime, like in this. I also like that we can view this from different angles, and it still looks not bad. Can I tell about texture painting? Well, I have a tutorial on texture painting if you want to go for that. If you want to watch that. And I also like that though we use this as a reference, it's not an exact copy. We made ours a bit different. One other thing I'm thinking to make this even look much better, we can duplicate one of the rings like this, maybe even with the center buildings, Alt D, and just, yeah. So we have multiple cities. And I also like how this forest ties things together. And I'm just going to divide this. Okay, I should. Yeah, mega city. Now it looks like and no, Dan Guiz uses a Cinema 4D. I really want to create what's like him, but don't know how to make them. Please make tutorials. Yeah, does he have videos or videos on how he makes it? Because I would also be interested to see how he does his stuff, and maybe we can get some tips on how he makes his stuff. And let me see, can I use this? Let's grab this volume. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. Thank you, Dario Moredu, for subscribing. He is famous artist. He will never reveal how he makes these renders. I'll try and look at his renders and see if I can decipher how he makes it. Trying to see what we can improve. Let's go to the quick functions. By the way, if you are interested in the quick functions add-on, is available on my Blender market page. Let me see different presets. Is that? Just reset. Today you made this render awesome. This is like Javan art. Thank you. Bro, what if I copy your tutorial and use my different assets and make some renders? Is that okay? Yeah, totally, man, totally. You can use my work as inspiration like I do with others. That's no problem. I would be even more honored if you did that. No problem, man. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. Let me try because this is Eevee. I think we can render this. Okay, why is this happening? Okay. You know, we can do some post-processing and stuff, but do compositing. Let's do some compositing. Okay, let's see. Because since this is Eevee, it doesn't really take that long to render. So let's add a viewer, output viewer. Can do. I rarely use the compositors, so do some color balance here. Add glare and sunbeam. Glare and sunbeam. So glare as under filter glare. Looking for glare, filter glare. And we can so that's the glare. I don't know, just let me change the factor. Beautiful work, thank you. Hi PS. Ghost tricks for glows, star streaks. Let's do make it a bit warmer. done. Yeah, we are somewhere done. I don't like that these nodes are getting in the way of the compositor. So let me get another compositor here and just see. I am making a night scene and I struggle with lighting from the moon. Any tips? Lighting from the moon, I just get an area light, make it very large. And yeah, it usually softens the shadows and the light a bit. It mimics the sun, the moon a bit. Let me see, what? Oh, let me see. Sunbeams? I've actually never used the sunbeam effect, I think. Okay, we need this to be from this about here. So let's do one. So the sun is coming from this direction. I have to blend this. Add overlay. Let's use add. And I think we need the Y to be something like 0.8. Let me use screen. Yeah, try that and let us know how it looks. And let me add RGB curves here and see. Yeah, I like the beams there. First, let's go to this and first turn off these colors. I'll reset the gamma and this compositing. Let's re-render this and see. Never seen this flashing effect happen. Okay, now we can the issue is the compositor is a bit slow at showing you what's happening. So, yeah. Let me bring another RGB curves here. It's kind of better. Good. That's good to know. Let me reduce the green. And let's increase the tolerance. Crazy bro, thank you DM Designs. Thank you. Let's see. Let's try color correction here. Maybe bring up the master saturation a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Let me actually save this. Let's render this and save it, upload it on Instagram so you guys can comment and let me know what you think. And you can use, let me just get you my Instagram socials. Okay, that's my Instagram, and you can see some of the renders we have made previously. I haven't posted all of it, but yeah, these are some of the renders. You can go comment, let me know what you think. Great stream, glad I made it today. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, man, for showing up as well. Thank you. I want to bring in this image. Where did I put it? 2022 March, April, May, date. Where am I saving this project? Oh, okay, I'm saving it in the wrong folder. Shouldn't be here. Should be in May. Mega Anime City. Thank you, Singo Tumingo. Awesome stream. Just followed you on Instagram as well. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby Alex as well. Let's save this image. Yeah, let's post this on Instagram. May anime. Yeah, and I think it looks like an anime now. Can play with different filters. I think I like this. more. Live stream, final render, mega animes city. Okay. Yeah, if you want to give this a like, just maybe even add some comments, share what you think we could improve. That would be amazing. Where has this gone? So just paste this here. Yeah, let's go to Discord and see what you guys have been up to while I've been away. Just first checking through. Make sure there's no funny business. Anyway, okay, I'm seeing some amazing stuff here. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to check out our Discord, just use !Discord. It should give you a link to the Discord server. I just have this here. By the way, this is what we made yesterday. Just close that. Okay. I was checking out Discord here. Discord. Yeah, I know this is just the first draft. I've never did character before. I do Blender for a year now and was just playing around for another 2. Let me see. Where's the render? Yeah, yes, I know it's not the final version, but this really looks nice. Oh, nice. This is coming out nice. I like the clear render, especially the details you're doing here. Just really promising. Nice. And the composition also. How did you make the clouds? I'm not sure if it's around, but oh, that's good. That's really good. Did you Ganja, are you still around? Not sure, but yeah, this is really well made. Let me see the comments. You just need to add glow and high resolution under the texture. Yeah, I know it's not finished, just did it last night. There will be some details. Yeah, maybe the texturing. Yeah, this really looks good, especially the proportions. Did you like model everything? Because I can't do this. I'm not very good at character modeling. Maybe I just don't really commit myself to doing that because it's a lot of time required to put in to make something this good. It's really, really amazing piece. What about these pieces? Did you do those as well? Really amazing. I love how. Let me see which one here. Nice. Sometimes I can't tell whether some of these are actual renders you guys made or because this really looks super good. No, I didn't model the character. I'm not crazy. I thought you made the character. Oh, you made the scene. if the character is taking away the focus on your scene. So try rendering without the character, because all the focus goes on the character when you're trying to showcase the other stuff. So try to remove the character and try to show off the other stuff you've done, because everyone is just going to look at the character. What about these textures? So you did the corridor. That's nice. It's from Dad 3D. They have a sale right now, and you get characters for $10. Ah, nice. Nice. We have a boat. Good job, Nightbot. Okay. Looking good. If you have any feedback, it would be that the shadow Terminator seems a little too sharp. This here. Look at this. Nice composition. I would balance the colors a bit, the lighting a bit, because you wouldn't be able to see these neon lights in daylight like this, but otherwise it looks amazing. Oh, look at this. Who's this? Who's this? The little... Oh, this is really detailed sand. And the trees. Yeah, the composition is just good. Yeah, the sun is really convincing. It's like a still picture. I really love the sand here. Yeah, the sun is just too impressive, man. It's really, really good. Water. Nice. Nice. That's impressive. This took me 2 hours to render. Hope you like it. Yeah, I love the colors. 2 hours to render. Wow. Nice, nice, nice. Can I do this? I think I've seen this piece before. Anyway, that's going to be it. I thank you for showing up, guys. We love. Yeah. See you in the next live stream. Again, if you want to, you can follow me on Instagram. A link should be in the. I don't even know. It should be. If you can just use social !socials in the